I'm Hunter.
This is the Family Showdown!
Howdy folks, welcome to the top 100 games of all time after party. So what this is, we're just going to kind of unwind and kind of go over some stats and talk about things and maybe talk about some games that might hit the list soon that we've purchased recently and things like that. Just kind of a quick little discussion between me and Rebecca, and we'll kind of talk about her top 100 that she'll be starting off in a couple of months.
Yep.
So let's start off with some stats, because I'm a stats kind of guy. So, way back in the Wayback Times, in my introduction, I said that 51 of the games are new games on my list.
Okay.
So that means that 51 games from last year dropped off. I'm not going to go over all those games, because there's a lot of them, but I found some curiosities. There's 3 games from last year that were in my top 37 that fell off the list.
Wow, that's a pretty big drop.
Here are these games, and let's see if Rebecca can explain why they may or may not have, why they dropped, and or maybe she'll match what I think the reason they dropped.
Okay.
My number 32 last year, which dropped completely off the list, was Libertalia.
So you're wondering why?
Why did it drop all the way off the list?
It's a lighter game.
It's a light game, yes.
And it had something to do with, well, the pirate theme's kind of there. It's not necessary, but I'm going to guess it has to do with the player card mechanism.
Yep. So basically, this one is for me has been replaced by Mission Red Planet,
Okay.
which has a similar picking rolls and taking the action of those rolls kind of thing.
Yeah.
The pirate theme was kind of light, and it had it had like take that with that was kind of just seemed like pasted on in a way to take that. I like Libertalia.
No, it's fun. It's a fun
It's
game,
a good game. Let me see if I actually would it be.
Oh, did you rate it down there? Down that low?
Nope, it doesn't even make my top. I'm down to about I did about 115, and it's not on there. So anyway, it kind of got replaced by Mission Red Planet. The pirate theme is kind of it's not that great, and to take that just seems like it just seems like an add-on that's just kind of I did my action and I get to do a take that, so you take some take that.
Okay.
So it's kind of meh.
Yep.
All right, so my number 34 last year that dropped completely off the list was Survive Escape from Atlantis.
Wow. You made Caitlin cry? No.
It did make Caitlin cry.
We don't play mean games with the girls anymore.
Yeah, so Survive to me is a super light game.
Yeah.
That we can't play with the kids.
Yeah.
So that game is got so much take that it's just flat out mean, and when the girls cry, it makes me sad.
It's rather pitiful. Yeah.
So for that reason, Survive Escape from Atlantis dropped from 34 to off the list. And this last one, the one that was number 37, dropped completely off the list, is going to make Rebecca sad. Because it's one of her faves. And that is Splendor.
Oh! Man. What's wrong with you?
So Splendor dropped completely off my list. It was 37 last year.
That's true, but that's not really your shtick. It's not. That's more something that I play than you play. Yeah. It's just one of those games. It's lighter, and it's a very casual game. And it's...
I think that
there's no theme. You don't need a theme for that.
Yeah,
basically.
To me, that game, it's light, but what gets me is it seems like... maybe it's just me, and maybe it bothers me more than others, but that game seems really prone to... Whose turn is it?
Oh.
Because everyone's just kind of chatting, and you lose track of the game, and you're talking about something, and it's like... Okay, whose turn is it? Who's supposed to be... Oh, it's my turn! You have no clue what... It's so casual that it kind of transitions to a conversation piece, almost. It's like a backdrop to a conversation. At least in our group.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, so it just seems
I
like
don't like it that way.
I like games. I do like the conversation. I like the social aspect, but I also want the game to keep moving. And it seems like a Splendor game goes from 30 minutes to a full hour game, just
because we're talking.
Because there's so much chitter chatter.
Less talking, more playing. That is you.
So there it is. That is my number 37 last year that dropped off the list.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down to my all the ones in my top 50 last year that dropped off. So we got 2 more to go, and that number 49 is the last 2 of the 50 from last year. My number 49 dropped off, and it is Seven Wonders.
Oh, Seven Wonders Duel replaced that. That's
so
easy.
that one's replaced by Seven Wonders Duel.
Yeah, because we don't get to play that multiplayer very often, so it's not going to.
I just played it at West Texas Con.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. I enjoyed it. It was okay. But yeah, we mostly play 2-player games, and Seven Wonders 2-player isn't very good. And we have Seven Wonders Duel, which is I don't know where it was on my list.
It's pretty solid.
It was number 79. So
Yeah.
so basically it replaced Seven Wonders for me on the list.
Yep.
And the same thing for the next one, my number 50 last year, which was Race for the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense, because you're like, I could go without playing that game ever again.
Yep, that one was completely replaced by Roll for the Galaxy. Yep. I'll play it if Rebecca wants to play it, but I would prefer to play Roll for the Galaxy. So there you go. That's my top 50. So I had 5 games in my top 50 last year that didn't survive. So if you look, I mean, this is I don't know if you guys can see.
Color-coded it.
Yeah, see, this is the green. These are the ones that survived. The yellow ones that were dropped. So my top 50 pretty much carried over from last year to this year.
That's pretty cool.
But then you look at the bottom part, and it's mostly all dropped off. So and back here in the back, the entire all the way from 73 to 100. All dropped off.
Jeez.
So none of those survived at all. Which makes sense. If I have 51 new games, the bottom half of the list is probably going to disappear, right?
Yeah.
And a couple, just to continue on the theme of the stats, and then we'll kind of switch gears and talk about something else. I had 4 games in the bottom half of my top 100 last year that survived. Let's see if you can guess why they survived.
Okay.
So my number 53 last year hung on, and that was Dominion.
Oh, Dominion Prosperity.
Yep.
Has renewed.
And I mentioned that
faith
in the thing.
yeah.
All right, and then my number 56 was Descent.
Okay. Oh yes, the app.
Yeah, that one has potential.
Renewed your faith in humanity. Yes.
And then my number 66 was Cosmic Encounter.
Oh yes,
which
we just bought.
We just bought it.
Have it. Yay.
So yeah, I'm gonna play in that one.
Gonna be fun.
And then last but not least, Catan Histories.
Trails to Rails or whatever.
Yeah, I like the Catan mechanism of the roll the dice, get resources, but Catan kind of died for me. But
that one is that's true. I know why that one survived, because it's more to it than that. It's got a little meat to it, and it's got the train. I don't know, it's just really well done the way you have to actually move west, because the progression moves west and all the resources move west, and it's fun.
So there you go. There are the ones from last year that dropped off and hung on.
That's pretty interesting.
All right, to switch gears a little bit, I want to talk about how I did my list.
Okay.
So the 2 previous years I used the Tom Vassell method of doing the list and making cards.
Okay.
Taking those cards and basically you take a random, you basically list all your games on the card you think would make your top 100, and you take a random one and you set it down and you say, okay, you go through all your cards, is it better and worse than that game? And you keep narrowing it down and down and down until you get it to manageable groups, and then you just order that group. So that's what I did for 2014 and 2015. This year I did something a little different.
Okay.
So all my games I own that I have played, and games that I played that I don't own, are rated on BGG-Con.
Okay.
BGG-Con? BoardGameGeek.com.
The convention rated the game.
BGG.com.
Okay.
I have all of them rated. So what I did is I went in, and just in alphabetical order of all the ones I've rated, I re-rated them.
Okay.
I went in and went, okay, does this go up, this go down? And I re-rated every one of the games.
Okay.
I think there's like 400 something games that I re-rated.
Yeah. There would be
Because there's a lot of games that we own that I haven't rated. I don't rate the kids' games. I don't rate. She's got a ton of kind of teaching games and things like that. Those aren't rated. But of the games I played that aren't in those categories,
Yeah.
I've rated on the website.
Okay.
So I re-rated all of them. So then I ordered them from top to bottom, and then I took each section. And so for all my 10s, I ordered them, and all my 9.5s, I ordered them, and all my 9s, I ordered them, and that gave me my ranking from 10s at the
Okay.
top. Like I said,
That's an interesting idea.
my top 10 is all 10s, and then down from there, and it goes all the way to my number 100, which is in the 8s. So I have my 8s ended my list. So everything on my top 100 list are rated 8 or higher. I had looks like about a dozen or so 8s that didn't make the list. And I'm going to go over those quickly, just real quick. I'm just going to just read them off to say these are the ones that just missed my list. And that is Terra,
Wow.
Animals on Board, Castle Panic, The Duke, Clask, Paperback, Sigil, which is a brand new game I played at West Texas Con with Z,
Oh. Okay.
Star Realms, Star Trek Panic, Star Wars Queen's Gambit.
You've played that?
Yeah, I put me and Carl, my best friend, Carl, I just hit my glasses. Me and my best friend Carl played it at BGG Con.
Oh, rock on. Okay. Okay. That makes
Star
more
Wars
sense.
Queen's Gambit, Ticket to Ride, and Tides of Time. Just
Ooh, Tides of Time.
missed my
that's
list.
good.
So those
Wow.
that's the remainder of the ones I graded at 8. Obviously, there's 7, 6, and 5
Oh, yeah,
that
but-
didn't make it. But I'm not going to go through those. I did not order any of those, so those are not in any kind of order. So Terra isn't my 101.
Well, yeah, no, I knew. I was going to say, because you had Castle Panic over Star Trek Panic, and I know Star Trek Panic would be way over.
Yeah. So that is
That's- oh,
my
wow.
8s that did not make the list. And
Wow.
so there you go. That's how I kind of did my list. So.
I may do something similar then. That might be easier.
Speaking of doing something similar, so you have the floor for the moment to
do?
kind of discuss
What?
your top 100 and your thoughts and how you're going to do it, and because it seems like every time we end a video, she's like, "Oh man, my list is going to be hard."
It is, because honestly, we do so much research before we buy games, so it's not like I have half of the games behind me. I'm like, oh, that game sucks. I don't want to put it on here. It's like, wow, I like that game. Wow, I like that game. Wow, I like that game even more. Oh my, where am I going to put that game? I mean, the top 45,000 of my... Yeah, I'm trying to figure out... seriously, the top 50 of my list now are going to be really hard for me, because even as you're going through your list, I'm going, wow, yes, I forgot how good that game is. So I think I like your idea, because I think if I go through and do the Board Game Geek thing like you did, and go and actually use their ranking system and re-rank all of my games, it'll also get me to thinking about those games before I go and actually do my individual rankings. So I might do that, because we've had so many games that I really enjoyed, but then we had some great play experiences since then.
Right.
So I know that there's things that are going to go up, and then there's other things that have kind of stagnated because, well, we haven't got them to the table. Something has happened, or we had a game replace it, and I haven't really put those two things together yet, or something. I just haven't had time to collect all of that together. So I like that idea of looking at them before you rank them.
Yeah, it just made it more manageable, right? And put them in
Yeah.
buckets that are easier to manage.
Although I'm not going to do your only 10 things get 10s, because there's several that I'm like, that's a 10. So it's going to happen. Sorry, people. I know that drives some people crazy.
I may break that mold eventually, because we got so many great games. But
They're ridiculous.
yeah, because I mean, for my list, my number 9s go all the way down to 43.
Wow.
So 43 and up are 9s for me, and then obviously down below that's 8.5s and 8s.
Yeah.
But yeah, 9. I have 43 games that I rate a 9 or higher on my list.
Gosh, yeah. So that's going to be tough. Plus, there's a couple of games, like you said, that are kind of cheats that I want to make sure that, according to your cheat thing, I want a couple plays in before I make the list. And granted, we have a couple months, but still, I want to make sure we get those in. Plus, I know you've got games coming of some sort or another. You already mentioned one.
There's only 2 games currently on the way.
See, exactly. There are 2 games. So if I were to try to make that list now, then I'd have a surprise. So I'm gonna have to make sure to try to keep everything up to speed or up to the last minute before I make my list. So I don't want to put too much. Oh, you might be seeing this because my list may change significantly in the next couple of months because we do have a BGG Con. That's a pretty big convention. I haven't gone to one of those yet, so if we find a bunch of really good stuff, that may significantly change my list.
Yeah, I probably got
And
10 plus games that I played there that are on my list.
yeah, you had so many good, amazing experiences with new games that completely changed the face of your list. And our board collection, actually.
Yeah.
So, I hesitate to get too keyed up about my list right now.
Yeah,
I know it's going to change. I'm really fickle that way compared to you. I mean, if I have a large amount of really good gaming experiences with that's going to bump that game up.
Right.
That's just how I roll with it. A lot of mine, I attach a lot of gameplay experience and memory with mine, so that also goes into my rankings. So, I mean, it's just like, honestly, I enjoyed this, like, Champions of Midgard, because Hunter really enjoys that game. For me, I'm kind of like, I like the theme.
Yeah.
I'm not super crazy about the dice part, so I'm kind of meh on the game, but because he has so much fun playing it, I like playing that more. I would score this one super high, because I, in particular, love this game, and we've had some amazing game experiences with it on top of that, so I would definitely say, Through the Ages? Yeah,
Right.
So there's gonna be so many things like that affect it.
Yep.
So a lot going on.
Why top 100? Obviously, I love the Dice Tower. I'm a super fan of the Dice Tower, and I started really watching the Dice Tower heavy. It was only a couple of years ago, and Tom does the People's Choice Top 100 every year. And so 2 years ago, I made a top 10 just so I could vote on that list, right? Because you basically list your top. So I think you do 20 games, I think, but I only did 10.
Yeah, okay.
So 2 years ago, I did a top 10 just to kind of be able to vote on that thing. Then last year, I did for the People's Choice Award, I did a top 20. But I thought, what the heck? If I'm doing a top 20,
might as well do the rest,
I
right?
just do a top 100.
Yeah.
And I rated my games all the way down to 107. And but I did a video just on a whim. I just did a cheesy little video of my top 10s. I compared my top 10 from 2013. No. 2004? No, it's 14. I said that wrong. 2014 and 15. I said those years wrong.
Okay.
So I compared my 2014 to my 2015. And I just did it with my iPhone and no regular lights and no microphone and
I'm honestly kind of surprised that you put that on our channel, because we were laughing about that, because you were like, I don't know what I was doing. I was just throwing down stuff. It was there was no preparation.
Honestly, I loaded that video just to test loading a video. Because I was going to start loading our Blender segments.
Oh, okay.
And so I stuck that video on there. I was like, let's make a test video. So I just threw something together and through it on there. And the thing has like 2,000 views now.
It's so funny.
So yeah, it's horrifically bad, but it still conveys.
Well, it talks about the games.
Yeah, it talks about the games and stuff like that. So, and then Rebecca comes along and does a even cooler list, and hopefully this list is an improvement on that. And when she rolls hers around, it'll be even better. So
yeah,
I'm really, really, really looking forward to her list, because her lists are kind of like breezy. Depending on her mood, she may be and may think heavy games are great and light games are not as good. Next day, it's like, light games are cool and heavy games. So it's just
it's true.
It kind of depends on her mood. So
it's true.
So, but I suspect there's going to be a lot of sci-fi up at the top.
That
of the
will
list.
be consistently. Yes, I am a true Omni gamer. I enjoy playing a lot of everything. So yes, top of my list. I don't know. I mean, thinking about it as you're going through, my top of my list may be kind of heavy too, but I'm going to have a lot more of the lighter games mixed in, and party games and family games and stuff, because I enjoy playing the whole spectrum.
I enjoy it all. I just haven't.
But you really like, your taste
but-
has definitely slid heavier.
Yeah, but I'll play almost any game.
Oh yeah, it's not that. Yeah, but what you really, really like and what you're going to say is a good game now has distinctly turned heavier.
Yep.
And I still am like, oh, I really like that little light, fluffy game, and I'll play it, and you would be like done and ready to move on before I am. So that's just how it is. So yeah, it'll be a very different list than the one that you've got.
Yep. And I'm looking forward to it. So like I said, hers is. She did her top 100 or top 10. We only did top 10s last year. She did her top 10, I think, January.
Yep, January
4th or 5th or somewhere around there. So basically, we're going to try to time it where hers kind of ends around that time. So in order for it to end, then if you're doing a top 100, we got started about 5 weeks back from that.
Ooh.
So you're talking end of November. Early December is when you're probably.
I thought you were going to give me Christmas break so I could build this thing.
I don't know. Maybe we'll do it the other way. Maybe we'll start it on January 5th and then
given my
go for...
schedule, it's more likely to happen that way. I think.
Yeah, maybe
We'll see.
But
We'll see. Maybe I might be able to hit that up on Thanksgiving.
And I think you have a top 100 floating around somewhere. We're going to have to track down too, so you can compare and contrast.
I do have my old top 100.
Yeah, so she'll do some comparisons as well. I don't know if she'll be as stat heavy as mine is. But...
Only if you help me build it, because I
maybe I'll be her.
Sheet
but if I see your list, I'll spoil my reaction. So
can you build it without looking at it? Because I can't build that. No, I mean format that cells or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You're good at that voodoo. I can't.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. I suck at Excel, okay? So we'll just put it that way. So, yeah.
So, yeah, I really, I guess I don't know what else to say. I mean, I had a total and complete blast putting this list together.
Yeah, it's
and
cool.
Presenting it. It's a lot of fun. I can see why so many people do these top 100s. It's just interesting to see how your tastes have changed.
And you're reliving all the memories and stuff.
Right.
You're like, oh yeah, I remember this game.
Yep,
That's why I like this game. And it's pretty awesome.
It's a blast. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed presenting it to you guys. And thanks so much for watching. And if you like our stuff, please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.